That Sunday began the same way all the others did. Waking up next to you, sunlight through the window slats casting shadows through your hair, the good morning kiss, 2 cups of coffee in favorite mugs, a search through the pantry for Bisquick, and a decision to make pancakes from scratch because we had nothing but time in the world. And we cooked and we danced, and you sang a little bit of everything as I hugged you from behind. And I love you for it. That Sunday continued the same way all the others did. You told me that I was beautiful, that I deserved the world. You told me that I deserved love and space and care. You said that I was worth waiting for, that I could take my time, that I only had to do what I was comfortable with. We tried it twice, and I realized I wasn't there yet. It felt too rushed, too vulnerable, too impersonal. So I took my time, and you pushed small comments. Don't you love me? A hand reaching where I didn't want it to. We were already dating, we were almost living together. You showed up and never left, which is close enough. Weren't we already there? Didn't I find you beautiful? And when I'd pull away from your touch, you'd just try again, and you'd turn a movie into a makeout session. You'd strip to nothing but underwear and walk through my room, pretending not to notice I was on call with someone else, asking if I could help you with something in the other room, while all the guys in my headset laughed and called me lucky, telling me to go get her. If I didn't, well, what kind of man was I? I never felt lucky. Just wanted Sunday morning pancakes. And it didn't take long to realize those were conditional. You texted back and forth with my best friend, placing bets on how long it would take to wear me down. I was a teenage boy. I would come around. The answer? 1 month. In a moment, I still relive half the nights I fall asleep. Me, paralyzed in front of you. It took 2 years of reliving that dream to realize I never wanted to make that choice. You pressed me afterwards until I assured you it was what I wanted, that I hadn't been forced into anything. Not wanting wasn't an option. God always wants it, right? Besides, if I blamed you for all of this, would we still make pancakes in the morning? I loved you, and I told you that. You met my cousins, had tea with my grandmother, and each of them would joke that even if the 2 of you break up, I'm still inviting her to Christmas. You started to drink with my dad and shop with my mom. And every day you just tell me how lucky you were to finally have someone take you in. I loved you for it. But you get mad at me for talking to my friends. You assure me you'd never want to separate me from them. You never wanted me to give them up. And you reach for my arm, sobbing that you can't understand why I can't be enough, as if one person could replace my entire life. I loved you for it. And you'd hit on me, and you'd grope me, and you'd make comment after comment until once every few weeks I'd give in, and we'd have sex, and I'd do my best to want it, but even when you made me, I never wanted it. And you assured me that it was all okay, that I could take my time, that I only had to do what I was comfortable with, I was safe. You'd just wear me down eventually. I know that even then, you thought you were the best thing to ever happen to me. I loved you for it. I stopped talking to everyone. I stopped talking. I stopped enjoying waking up and stopped noticing when the days passed. I stopped writing after doing so daily for 5 years because it took too much time away from you. And I faked being sick whenever I could, just to sit in another room, staring at the wall, trying to churn through how I felt. That was the only time I was allowed to feel anything other than love for you. It wasn't abuse. You were half my height. And you never hit me. And I was in love. How could that be abuse? A few months passed, and when you moved to a new college, we didn't talk for weeks. I tried to convince myself I was sad. I tried to convince myself I was happy. When you started calling me by the wrong name after a single month apart, mistaking me for your newest boy toy, my heart broke and soared. I find it hard not to love you for the mornings and hate you for the evenings, but I do both every Sunday. You demanded all of me. The smell of pancakes reminds me of you. In farmers markets, the song The General by Dispatch, and the letters you still write my grandmother. My own bed, my game nights, my fear of sex, the jacket you bought me, and the chocolate rocks I still find in my cupboard. The friends I never reconnected with, and the dreams I wake from sobbing. Our favorite Thai place, so spicy you wouldn't kiss me for a day. I see you in my backyard, in the stars, and a drunk girl at a party putting her hand where it doesn't belong. I love you for it. I see you in sunlight through the curtains, dancing in the kitchen. In my panic attacks where all I need is silence, where all I wanted was to be alone. I remember you on Sunday mornings, when I wake up and wonder whether or not you still love me. And every time, I slowly mouth the word no, feeling it roll off my tongue, trying to burn that feeling into memory.